Greetings, quiet warriors. Have you ever noticed how one small moment can change the whole direction of your day? One careless word, one rude look, one delay, and suddenly your chest feels tight, your mind starts racing, and that calm you were holding on to slips away. You tell yourself you'll stay cool, that you won't react this time, but somehow, anger finds its way out. You speak, you snap, you regret. And later, when the noise is gone, you wonder, why does this keep happening? Why does it feel like people can reach into my mind and press a button? The truth is simple, and also deeply powerful. No one has that button. No one owns your inner world unless you hand it over. And the moment you understand this, the moment it truly sinks into your bones, your relationship with anger begins to change. Marcus Aurelius once said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Realize this, and you will find strength. That strength isn't loud, it doesn't shout, it doesn't argue. It settles, it steadies, it watches before it moves. This is not about becoming cold. It is not about pretending you don't feel. You're human, and humans feel deeply. This is about learning how to feel without being controlled by those feelings. It's about becoming the kind of person who walks through noise without turning into noise. The kind who faces disrespect without becoming disrespect. The kind who protects their peace not by fighting the world, but by mastering themselves. If you've ever felt tired of exploding, tired of apologizing, tired of being pulled into emotional storms that never lead anywhere, then stay with me. And as you listen, as you breathe through these words, do something small but meaningful. Like this video, subscribe to this channel, and promise yourself that from today, you choose calm over chaos. Your future self will thank you for it. Most people believe anger comes from what others do. They think, "He made me angry. She pushed my buttons. They disrespected me." But the Stoics saw something deeper. They understood that the event is just the spark, but your interpretation is the fire. Epictetus put it plainly when he said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." Someone speaks sharply. One person shrugs. Another boils inside for hours. Same event, different emotion. So where did the anger truly come from? It came from the story the mind created. The meaning assigned. The assumption that wrapped itself around the moment. You were not angry because they spoke. You were angry because you decided their words were an attack, a sign of disrespect, a judgment on your worth. And the moment you see that, you realize something freeing. If interpretation creates the anger, interpretation can also dissolve it. This is where your power begins to grow. You start to notice your thoughts instead of becoming them. You start to hear the voice in your mind saying, "They don't respect you," and instead of believing it instantly, you pause. You ask yourself, is this the only explanation? Could there be another? Maybe they're stressed. Maybe they're tired. Maybe they didn't mean it the way I heard it. Suddenly, the storm softens. Not because the world changed, but because you did. And as you begin to master this, remember to support your growth. Subscribe to this channel, because every message you return to reinforces this discipline within you. Another hidden truth is this. The speed of your reaction often determines the depth of your anger. When you react fast, you react blind. You speak before you think. You move before you understand. And in that rush, you hand your power to the moment. But when you slow down, even by a breath, you reclaim it. Seneca said, "The greatest remedy for anger is delay." Not because delay avoids the problem, but because delay gives wisdom time to arrive. Imagine the difference. Someone cuts you off in traffic. You instantly shout, slam the horn, feel your heart race. Or, you breathe. You loosen your jaw. You tell yourself, this is not worth my peace. The situation lasts seconds, but the emotion you choose can last all day. And every time you choose calm, you train your mind to return to calm more easily next time. This is a choice that reshapes your identity. You stop being the person who reacts to everything. You become the one who responds with intention. And people notice. They feel your steadiness. They sense your self-control. They see that you are not easily moved. And that quiet strength commands more respect than any argument ever could. If you felt the truth in this, take a second to comment something simple like, I choose peace. Let it anchor your journey and let this community grow stronger together. And don't forget to subscribe, because your path toward mastery doesn't stop here. There is also a painful illusion many of us carry. We think other people's behavior defines us. Their mood, their tone, their distance, their sharp words, we absorb it as if it says something about who we are. But most of the time, it says far more about who they are. Their stress, their wounds, their fears. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself daily that people act according to their nature, and his task was to maintain his own. Not every cold response is a judgment on your worth. Not every silence is rejection. Not every sharp word is an attack. Often, it's just someone struggling with their own inner chaos. And when you understand that, anger slowly gives way to clarity. You stop saying, how could they, and start saying, this is about them, not me. And in that realization, your peace returns. This doesn't make you weak. It makes you wise. Because true strength is not about absorbing every emotional wave. It's about knowing which waves are not yours to carry. And as you grow in this understanding, remind yourself to stay connected, stay learning. Subscribe here, because this space is built for your growth, not just your attention. Anger also comes when life refuses to follow the script you imagined. You expect smoothness. You expect respect. You expect people to act as you would. And when reality bends differently, frustration rises. But anger is often just unmet expectation. The Stoics prepared for this. They expected imperfection, so they were never shocked by it. Seneca wrote, "We suffer more often in imagination than in reality." Most of your pain comes not from what happened, but from how you pictured how it should have happened. Preparation protects your peace. When you expect challenges, delays, sharp words, and human flaws, you stop taking them as personal attacks. Instead, you see them as part of the terrain of being alive. And this mindset doesn't harden you. It stabilizes you. It creates emotional armor that allows you to move through life without constant inner disruption. One of the most powerful tools you will ever master is silence. Not the silence of fear, but the silence of control. When someone tries to provoke you and you do not bite, the energy returns to them. You disrupt their attempt to pull you into chaos. You refuse to entertain their storm. And in that silence, you reclaim dignity. Epictetus reminded us that no one can control your will but you. Silence is you exercising that will. Pause, breathe, observe. That small moment of stillness is where transformation happens. That is where the old version of you fades and the disciplined version emerges. If this path resonates with you, if you're starting to see yourself differently, press subscribe now. Every time you return here, you reinforce this new identity. You must also understand that anger is often a trained habit. You weren't born snapping. You learned it through repetition, through modeling, through survival. But habits can be unlearned. And every time you choose calm over explosion, you break the old chain and forge a new one. Marcus Aurelius said, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." Your trigger is not your enemy. It is your training ground. Every provocation is a chance to strengthen your discipline. And with each moment you choose restraint, the old pattern weakens and the new one grows. This journey is not about perfection. You will stumble. You will feel anger rise. But awareness turns those moments into practice. Progress lives in effort, not in flawlessness. So stay here. Stay grounded. Stay committed to your growth. Like this video. Subscribe to this channel. Share it with someone who needs peace more than pressure. And remember, the calm you seek is not outside you. It lives within the space you create between impulse and action. This is only the beginning. Your mind is learning. Your discipline is forming. And your peace is becoming stronger with every breath. And as we continue, let me remind you gently again, this path you are on is not just about listening, it is about becoming. If this message already feels like it is peeling something old away from you, if it feels like it is calming a part of your mind that has been restless for too long, then stay close to this space. Like this video. Subscribe to the channel. Let this be your quiet corner of discipline and growth, where your mind learns to stand steady no matter what storms rise around it. Now understand this deeply. Anger does not just live in the moment. It lives in the thoughts you replay long after the moment has ended. You leave the situation, but your mind re-enters it again and again. You rebuild the argument. You imagine better comebacks. You replay the tone. You rehearse the hurt. And with every replay, you pour fresh fuel on a fire that should have died long ago. Seneca warned us about this when he said, "We suffer more often in imagination than in reality." The mind has a quiet way of turning a small wound into a lifelong scar if you let it. But here is the discipline. When the moment is over, let it be over. Just like you would not keep touching a hot stove, stop revisiting emotional pain for no reason. Every time your thoughts drift back to what made you angry, bring them back to now. To your breath. To the sound around you. To the space you are standing in. This moment does not hold that conflict. This moment is clean. And your peace lives here, not in replay. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself constantly of the impermanence of all things. That every insult passes. Every argument dissolves. Every emotional storm fades if you do not feed it. And when you start living with this awareness, you no longer fear the rise of emotion. You simply watch it, let it crest, and allow it to fall away. This practice does not reduce your strength, it sharpens it. You become someone who cannot be easily shaken. Someone whose mood is not hostage to every passing word. Someone who moves through the world with a calm that feels almost sacred. And as you feel this shift forming, remember, growth like this deserves reinforcement. Subscribe so you keep returning to these truths. Because repetition builds mastery. Now let us look at another layer, a deeper layer most people never explore. Anger often masks fear. Fear of being disrespected. Fear of not being valued. Fear of losing control. Instead of acknowledging that fear, the ego dresses it up as rage. But the Stoics did not run from fear. They looked at it clearly. They stripped it of its disguise. They asked, what am I truly afraid of here? When someone insults you and your chest tightens, ask yourself quietly, am I angry, or am I afraid of what this means about me? That one question can dissolve half the charge. Because when you see the root, the surface emotion loses power. You stop reacting blindly and start responding with understanding. Epictetus said, "If anyone tells you that a certain person speaks ill of you, do not make excuses about what is said of you but answer, 'He was ignorant of my other faults, else he would not have mentioned these alone.'" This is not weakness. This is mastery. It is the ability to look at criticism without collapsing or exploding. It is the strength to remain grounded in who you are, regardless of who tries to shake you. When you stop needing everyone's approval, anger begins to shrink. When you stop demanding the world treat you perfectly, disappointment loses its grip. When you stop clinging to pride as your shield, peace steps forward as your strength. And the more you walk this path, the more you will notice a quiet transformation. Situations that once would have triggered you no longer do. Words that once cut deep now pass without piercing. You start to laugh at what used to irritate you. You start to breathe where you once exploded. This is not suppression. This is growth. If you are feeling this, if you are starting to sense that shift, mark it. Comment something simple like, "I am becoming calmer." Let it be a declaration to yourself. And stay with this channel. Subscribe, and let your mind keep learning. There is also something important to understand about control. You cannot control people. You cannot control the weather of their emotions, their past wounds, their undeveloped awareness. But you can control your posture within it. You can decide who you become when others are at their worst. And that decision is the deepest form of freedom. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injury." When someone is loud, you remain quiet. When someone is chaotic, you remain steady. When someone is unkind, you remain composed. Not because you are above them, but because you are loyal to the person you are striving to become. This loyalty is rare. It is powerful. It is the kind of self-respect that does not require applause. It is the kind that feels calm even when no one sees it. And as you continue walking with these words, allow them to soften you without weakening you. Allow them to strengthen you without hardening you. That balance is where true Stoicism lives. Soon, you will notice that your anger has less space to grow. It knocks, but you do not let it settle. You greet it with awareness, and it passes like a cloud. You are no longer fighting your emotions. You are guiding them. And this guidance becomes your new normal. This is not a one-day change. It is a daily return to calm. A daily recommitment to discipline. A daily choice to respond instead of react. And that is why I remind you again, stay connected here. Subscribe, so your mind continues to be fed the quiet language of calm, clarity, and self-mastery. You are not being asked to become perfect. You are being invited to become aware. And awareness is where transformation begins. We will continue this journey deeper in the next part, where we will explore how to turn every trigger into a test of mastery, how to dissolve resentment before it poisons your peace, and how to embody the quiet strength of a Stoic in every conversation, every challenge, every moment of your life. Stay grounded, stay intentional, stay disciplined. And when you are ready, breathe, and move forward. Let these words sink slowly, the same way calm settles after a storm. You do not change overnight. You soften. You shift. You unlearn. And in that quiet process, the old urge to explode begins to lose its grip on you. There is something many people never realize. Anger does not only live in loud moments. It also hides in silence, in tight jaws, in shallow breaths, in the way the shoulders stiffen when someone says the wrong thing. The body remembers what the mind refuses to release. This is why learning to stay calm is not just mental, it is physical. When you feel irritation rising, notice your breathing. Notice your posture. Relax your shoulders. Soften your face. Your body and mind speak to each other constantly. When the body relaxes, the mind follows. Marcus Aurelius understood this connection intimately when he reminded himself, "Nowhere can man find a quieter or more untroubled retreat than in his own soul." That retreat is not created through force. It is created through awareness. Through noticing the moment you are tipping toward reaction and choosing to step back instead. You do not have to win every argument. You do not have to correct every wrong tone. You do not have to defend yourself every time someone misunderstands you. Sometimes, strength looks like letting the moment pass without making it larger than it needs to be. And the more you practice that, the more peace becomes familiar. If you want to deepen that peace, keep walking with this channel. Subscribe, because every message here is part of that training. Your quiet strength grows through repetition. Now let us speak about resentment, because anger does not always shout. Sometimes it settles into a quiet bitterness that follows you for years. You remember the betrayal. You remember the disrespect. You remember the moment they made you feel small. And even when you smile, that memory still sits heavy inside. This is not protection. This is slow poison. Seneca warned, anger, if not restrained, is frequently more hurtful to us than the injury that provokes it. The longer you carry resentment, the more you allow the past to control the present. You think you are holding on to justice, but you are really holding on to weight. Forgiveness in the Stoic sense is not forgetting what happened. It is deciding that this moment no longer deserves space in your future. It is withdrawing emotional permission from someone who no longer has the right to disturb your peace. And when you release that weight, you feel lighter, clearer, more present. This is not for them. This is for you. And as you begin to release, remind yourself, supporting this journey matters. Like this video. Subscribe to this channel. You are not just listening. You are becoming. Another layer of mastery lies in how you view conflict. Most people see conflict as something to fear or dominate. Stoicism teaches something different. Conflict is feedback. It reveals your weak points, your triggers, your emotional blind spots. It shows you where the work still lies. And instead of resenting that, you can use it. When someone challenges you, do not ask, "How do I defeat them?" Ask instead, "What is this moment teaching me about my own reactions?" That shift turns frustration into growth. And growth turns chaos into clarity. Epictetus once said, "First say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do." If who you choose to be is calm, disciplined, grounded, then every moment becomes an opportunity to prove that to yourself. And slowly, you see the change. You pause more often. You breathe deeper. You choose silence more wisely. You smile where you once snapped. You walk away where you once fought. This is not avoidance. This is self-command. Anger will still knock. But it will knock softer, shorter, and less convincingly. Because you no longer invite it in. And as this transformation unfolds, give yourself permission to grow at your own pace. Do not judge yourself for feeling. You are not here to become emotionless. You are here to become intentional. The Stoic does not kill emotion. He simply refuses to be ruled by it. So when the next moment arrives, and it will, when someone speaks in a way that once would have triggered you, notice what happens now. Perhaps you still feel the rise. But now, between feeling and action, there is space. A breath. A silence. A choice. That choice is everything. And as you move forward, continue to nourish that choice. Stay connected. Subscribe, because mastery grows through consistent reflection. You are learning to stand still in the middle of noise. You are learning to respond without burning. You are learning to hold your ground without hardening your heart. This is the quiet revolution happening inside you. We will go deeper still, exploring how to maintain this calm in relationships, in work, in moments of intense pressure, and in conversations that once made you lose yourself. For now, rest in this truth. You are not your anger. You are the awareness that watches it rise and fall. Stay present, stay steady, stay disciplined. And when your mind is ready, we continue. We continue gently, like water moving over stone, steady and patient, because the discipline you are building is not loud. It does not rush. It deepens. There is a moment that happens inside you before anger fully appears. A subtle tightening. A small spark of irritation. A quick shift in your breathing. Most people miss this moment because they are already lost in reaction. But this is the doorway to mastery. This is where everything changes. When you start noticing this early signal, you gain an advantage few people ever develop. You no longer wait until the fire is raging. You address the spark while it is still small. You say to yourself quietly, "I see you. I will not let you rule me." And that awareness alone softens the surge. Marcus Aurelius once reflected, "The best kind of revenge is not to become like them." That sentence alone holds the essence of calm. You are not here to mirror the chaos of others. You are here to remain true to your own highest standard. And every time you resist the urge to snap back, you strengthen that standard. This path is subtle. It is not dramatic. It does not impress the crowd. But it builds a power so quiet that even the loudest storms cannot shake it. And if you value this journey, let your support reflect it. Like this video. Subscribe to this channel. Each time you return, you fortify the calm you are cultivating. Now consider how anger often spills into the people who never caused it. You carry the frustration from work into your home. You hold on to tension from a conversation and release it on someone who only wanted your warmth. This is how anger multiplies. This is how it poisons connection. But when you become aware, you break this pattern. You feel the irritation, but you refuse to pass it on. You choose not to leak your storms into someone else's peace. And in that choice, you begin to heal not only yourself, but the relationships around you. Stoicism is not isolation. It is responsibility. It teaches you to manage your own inner weather so you do not drown those around you in it. Epictetus said, "If you want to improve, be content to be thought foolish and stupid." Sometimes, staying calm in a heated moment will look strange to others. They might expect you to argue, to defend, to escalate. But your silence, your composure, your restraint will unsettle them. And yet, this is the price of growth. You let go of the need to appear aggressive and choose the path of clarity. And that clarity begins to reshape how people experience you. They feel safer around you. They speak to you with more respect. They sense your grounding. Because you no longer react from emotion, you respond from awareness. The more you walk this path, the more you realize how often anger was never truly necessary. It did not protect you. It did not make you stronger. It only exhausted you. And now, in its absence, you feel lighter. More present. More alive. If you are beginning to notice that change, anchor it. Comment something real, something honest, something like, "I am learning to pause." And stay connected. Subscribe, because repetition is what makes this transformation permanent. Another quiet truth is this. Your ego loves conflict. It feeds on being right. It craves validation. It seeks dominance. But your higher self seeks peace. And every time you choose calm over proving a point, you starve the ego and strengthen the wiser part of you. Seneca said, "A man who suffers before it is necessary, suffers more than is necessary." How many times have you argued in your mind long before the conversation even happened? How many times have you imagined disrespect that never came? How many times have you carried the weight of words that were never spoken? Most anger lives in anticipation, not reality. So come back to what is happening, not what might happen. Ground yourself in the present. Notice the floor beneath your feet. The air entering your lungs. The space around you. This moment is often quieter than your fears suggest. And when you live inside this moment, anger finds less room to grow. Marcus Aurelius often reminded himself that his life could end at any time. Not in fear, but in clarity. You could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do and say and think. When you carry this awareness, you stop wasting precious energy on petty conflicts. You stop letting insignificant moments steal significance from your life. You begin to choose your battles wisely. And most of the time, you realize, this is not a battle worth fighting. This is how emotional maturity forms. Not through force. Not through suppression. But through conscious choice, repeated again and again. And as you journey forward, let your growth be supported. Like. Subscribe. Share this space with someone who is tired of being ruled by their anger and ready to step into calm. You are not erasing your fire. You are learning to control it. And controlled fire builds warmth, clarity, and purpose, not destruction. Soon, you will start to feel something different. Not numbness, but steadiness. Not indifference, but groundedness. Not weakness, but strength that does not need to announce itself. This is the strength of the Stoic. So breathe, stay here, stay committed. And when your heart and mind are ready, we will continue into how to embody this calm even when life feels unfair, how to maintain it when relationships test your patience, and how to remain steady when the world around you demands noise. You are becoming unshaken. And that is no small thing. This is the final stretch where everything you've been absorbing settles into something solid, something you can carry into your real life, into your conversations, into the quiet moments and the difficult ones too. By now, you may be noticing something. The way anger once felt automatic now feels slower. The urge to snap back no longer feels as powerful as it used to. And that is not an accident. That is awareness forming. That is discipline taking root. That is you changing, even if it feels subtle. Understand this clearly. You are not trying to erase your emotions. You are learning to guide them. To feel without being swallowed. To experience without being ruled. This is the difference between a mind that is reactive and a mind that is free. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Begin the morning by saying to yourself, I shall meet with busybody, the ungrateful, arrogant, deceitful, envious, unsocial." He did not say this to grow bitter. He said it to grow prepared. Because when you expect friction, it no longer shocks you. And when it no longer shocks you, it no longer controls you. You start to see that anger is not a necessary companion. It is not your protector. It is often just a conditioned response begging to be questioned. And each time you question it, it loses its hold. You pause. You breathe. You choose. And in that choice, you shape who you are becoming. Epictetus said, "No man is free who is not master of himself." And this mastery is not loud dominance. It is quiet authority. It is knowing that no matter what someone says, no matter how they behave, your inner world remains yours. Untouched. Unshaken. This is where the true power lies. Not in winning arguments, but in not needing them. Not in controlling others, but in governing yourself. Not in silencing your emotions, but in speaking to them wisely. And as you carry this calm forward, remember, it grows stronger with consistency. With reflection. With community. That is why I remind you again, like this video, subscribe to this channel, and stay close to this space. Every time you return, you reinforce the discipline you are building. Now imagine your future self. The version of you that does not get dragged by every comment. The version that listens deeply before responding. The version that walks away from drama without feeling defeated. The version that knows peace is not weakness, but strength refined. That version of you is already forming. Right now. With every word you accept. With every pause you practice. With every moment you choose restraint over reaction. Seneca said, "He who is angry on you conquers you." But what happens when you are no longer easily angered? What happens when others cannot provoke you the way they used to? What happens when your calm becomes untouchable? You stop shrinking. You stop burning energy on things that never deserved it. You start living with clarity, steadiness, and purpose. And that is the quiet victory of the Stoic. So let this be your closing reminder, not as an ending, but as a continuation of your growth. When the next moment tries to shake you, pause and remember. You are not your anger. You are the awareness watching it rise. You are the calm choosing not to react. You are the discipline guiding your response. And if these words brought you clarity, if they softened something inside you, or strengthened something you've been trying to build, do not walk away from this space. Like this video. Subscribe to this channel. Share it with someone who is tired of being controlled by their emotions and ready to reclaim their peace. And as you move forward, carry this with you, gentle and strong. The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts, Marcus Aurelius reminded us. So choose thoughts that steady you. Choose responses that align with the person you are becoming. Choose calm over chaos. Choose discipline over impulse. Choose peace over pride. And I'll leave you with this. Breathe slowly, stand rooted, move intentionally. Stay grounded. Stay disciplined. Stay unshaken. And when you're ready for more wisdom, more guidance, more reminders of your inner quiet strength, you know where to return. I'll see you in the next video. This is Stoic Quiet Strength, Power in Silence.